The women's 800 meters world record has stood since 1983, over 4 decades untouched. But in a few weeks, in Lausanne, Switzerland, that record could finally fall. Because right now, Audrey Werro of Switzerland is running times nobody has run in years, and the woman chasing her right behind, Femke Bol, just tied her own national record trying to catch her. This is not just another Diamond League race. This might be history in the making. If you're new here, subscribe for the latest athletics news and updates. The 2026 track and field season has been a non-stop roller coaster of championship moments in fast times. At the Commonwealth Games, we saw the men's 100 meters won in 9.83 seconds, and Josh Kerr won a famously fast men's mile, closing his final 200 meters in a blistering 25.3 seconds. Days later, at the World Junior Championships in Eugene, Oregon, Tate Taylor of the United States pulled off a sprinting triple, winning the men's 100 meters, the 200 meters, and the men's 4x100 meter relay, closing his relay leg in around 8.83 seconds. Then came the European Championships in Birmingham, England, where Matthew Hudson-Smith became the single most decorated athlete in European Championship history, and Audrey Werro won the women's 800 meters over Keely Hodgkinson and Femke Bol. It has been a wild stretch of racing, and it is only building toward the World Championships in Budapest. But before that, one more Diamond League stop stands in the way, and this one might be the biggest of them all. Lausanne, Switzerland might not be a name every casual fan knows, but this venue has produced some of the greatest performances in the history of track and field. This is the track where Johan Blake ran 9.69 seconds in the men's 100 meters back in 2012. This is the track where Noah Lyles set the meeting record at 19.50 seconds in 2019. This is the track where Emmanuel Wanyoni ran a scintillating 1 minute 41.11 seconds in the men's 800 meters. Lausanne does not just host fast races, it creates them. And this year, several of those legendary meeting records are in real danger. Wanyoni is racing Marco Arop once again in the men's 800 meters. Sprinters are returning to chase their crowns in the 200 meters. But the single most hyped race of this entire competition is once again the women's 800 meters. And this time, the target is not a meeting record. It is the longest standing world record in all of outdoor track and field. Here's why that matters so much right now. Audrey Werro keeps getting faster every single time she steps on the track. In just 1 year, she has dropped her personal best down to 1 minute 55 seconds, tying the Swiss national record to the 100th of a second. But she is not the only threat in this race. Femke Bol is one of only 3 athletes in history to ever run this event under 1 minute 54 seconds in this season. She is in the best 800-meter form of her career, because at this year's Lausanne Diamond League, the entire structure of the race is changing. There will be a dedicated front pacer, someone whose only job is to drag the field through the opening laps at world record pace. The meeting record in this event currently belongs to Keely Hodgkinson at 1 minute 55 seconds. As of this video, that mark is barely even being talked about. The real target, the only target anyone in Lausanne seems to care about, is the world record itself. And when you look at Werro's full outdoor season, it becomes very hard to bet against her. She has already gone under 1 minute 54 seconds twice this year. She has gone under 1 minute 55 seconds on 4 separate occasions. Take a moment and think about what her average time across this entire season might actually be. Removing her slower qualification rounds, where she is never running all out, her 2026 season average currently sits at 1 minute 55.1 seconds. That single number would be fast enough to win almost every outdoor 800-meter race happening anywhere in the world right now. It would also rank her 14th on the all-time list. And that is not her best time. That is her average. So the real question is simple. Is Audrey Werro actually ready to break the world record of 1 minute 53.28 seconds, a mark set by Jarmila Kratochvílová all the way back in 1983? Here's where it gets interesting. Looking closely at her recent races in Paris, Stockholm, Rieti, Ostrava, and at the European Championships, there is a clear pattern hiding in the numbers. Her opening 400-meter splits have been inconsistent, ranging anywhere from the mid-55-second range all the way up to the high 57-second range. But her second-lap splits tell a completely different story. Every single one of those closing 400 meters has fallen within a tight window, somewhere between 58.1 and 58.9 seconds. No matter how fast or how slow she goes out, Werro always seems to close in almost exactly the same range. That consistency is the key to everything. If she wants the world record, she needs to attack the opening 400 meters harder, ideally around 56 seconds or faster. And then trust that her second lap will hold, the way it always does. If Werro splits her opening 400 meters in 55.8 seconds, and then closes in 57.4 seconds, which is a real jump from her usual pace, but not an impossible one given how she has been running, the final time works out to 1 minute 53.2 seconds. That would be a new world record. Pacers exist for exactly this reason. Running at 800 meters alone, the way Werro did at the European Championships, takes enormous mental and physical energy, because there is nobody to hide behind and no rhythm to lean on except your own. A dedicated pacer changes that completely, giving the field a target speed to latch onto from the very first step, which is often the difference between a great race and a record-breaking one. That is exactly the setup Lausanne is building for this event. And do not overlook Femke Bol in all of this. She has already tied her own Netherlands national record this season, and she is one of only 3 women in history to break 1 minute 54 seconds. If Werro goes out hard behind a fast pacer, Bol will not be far behind, turning this into a genuine 2-woman race for the world record. As long as conditions cooperate and Werro is not boxed in during the race, Lausanne could witness something track and field has not seen in over 40 years, a new world record in the women's 800 meters. And with Femke Bol chasing right behind her in career best form, this will not be a solo effort. This could be the fastest 800 meters 2 women have ever run against each other. What do you think? Does Audrey Werro break the world record in Lausanne? Let me know in the comments, and subscribe if you want to see how this race plays out.